Hi Scorpio, welcome back. So Scorpio, this is going to be a reading. I am time stamping this April because that's when I'm recording it, but my readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. I am going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then we're going to go into the you versus them love reading. Scorpio, oh my gosh, the angst. Oh my goodness. I wasn't really sure which zodiac sign I wanted to do today. As you guys know, I like to mix them up a little bit. But I really felt called towards Scorpio energy, and it's a very interesting energy, but to me it feels angsty. Like, that is the best way that I could describe it. So this should be an interesting reading to see like what this is going to bring about and what you have coming in. I know, not all of April is going to be like that, right? But I just feel almost overwhelming energy coming through. And this could be positive, this could be negative. It just kind of depends on where your mood is at. But for those of you who maybe have been feeling a little bit lower on the emotional scale, this could feel very moody, very angsty, anger, rage. Not saying you're going to act on any of those emotions, but it's like a slow buildup of frustration I feel coming through the Scorpio energy. For those of you who maybe have been vibrating a bit higher or on the higher emotional scale, okay, this could feel exhilarating. It could feel powerful, magnetic, motivational. So it's all up to you, I guess, depending on what you have going on right now and how you're perceiving it and how you're handling it, Scorpio. Either way, it's a powerful, intense energy coming through. So you have two cards that came out while I was talking there, the Moon and the second house of assets. Now this is interesting because I remember this card came out when I went live just a few days ago, and here it is again, the second house. So this is Piscean, Taurus energy, could be in your chart, or just simply the influencing vibes. So this is talking about your material world, your possessions, your finances, your money. And I also got the word solidarity. Okay, so take it or leave it. And then the Moon talks about feelings, a very intense emotional energy coming through. Of course, you guys know that we have we're in eclipse season, so that's definitely astrologically there's a lot going on as well. But this also talks about your gut reactions, your habits, and your self-soothing methods. How do you soothe yourself when you're feeling that angst? Because that's really, really important, okay? The higher your ability to soothe yourself, the higher emotional intelligence that you have, but also the higher quality of life you have, because once you are no longer dependent on other people to make you feel good or better or to soothe you, the better off you'll be, because it provides you a sense of autonomy, independence. It puts you in your power when you don't allow other people to dictate your emotional space, Scorpio. So remember that too. Don't be giving your power away to others by relying too much on them to make you feel a certain way. So not the easiest thing to learn either, but yeah. So let's get into it, Scorpio, and see what else we have coming through. I've got some Osho Zen cards here. You've got moment to moment. I don't know who sings this. I think it's Morgan something. Why you gotta be so heartless? Why you gotta be so heartless? That's the song. Take it or leave it if it resonates with you. So you have moment to moment, success, and beyond the illusion. So Scorpio, these are all very positive cards, by the way. So don't get me wrong. Any negative emotion And I use that term loosely because I think all emotions have purpose. But any negative emotion can be turned into a positive emotion. It's called transmutation, right? So having a lot of angst can actually motivate you to make big changes or do things that you have maybe been putting off. It can be used as motivation. So they're wanting you to see it in a powerful way, not in a powerless way. Anyways, you have the card of moment to moment, success, and beyond the illusion. So Scorpio, this is encouraging you to do just that, to take it day by day, moment by moment, to take your time. There's success showing up here. And there's also this card of beyond the illusion, which is like seeing things more clearly, seeing through the eyes of clarity, having that sense of peace and clarity come through for you. So I feel like I'm hearing, you know, whatever you've got going on, this too shall pass. I also feel a very distractive energy. I might have to pause this reading because I'm feeling very distracted. But yes, it's also about focus. You may find it very difficult to focus during this time frame as well, especially if you have a lot on your plate in general, or you're feeling those very intense emotions, because intense emotions, if they're too intense, they almost become debilitating, where it's all you can focus on is how you feel. And really, when you're in that space, Scorpio, that is all you should be focusing on, is how to improve the way that you feel, how to self-soothe yourself, how to be nice to yourself, okay? So let's see what else we have coming through for my Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? Page of Wands. The Strength card. Oops. It's a misfire. And the Five of Swords. Why the Five of Swords? The Knight of Cups. So, I feel like there is, you know, something here, Scorpio, that maybe had you at a standstill or at a loss or a sense of loss. Some of you, this is a feeling of rejection, okay? This is more than likely coming from your energy, but it could also be somebody that you are connected to that is feeling that. So that's where the angst is coming from, right? When things don't go as planned, or when things we feel in the moment are not working out for us, it's like our higher self knows that everything is always working out for us, but when our lower self, our ego, doesn't feel that in the moment, doesn't see that, doesn't believe that, there's that tension, that discord that happens when you move out of alignment with how your higher self knows you to be and knows your life situation. So it creates this angst feeling, right? That angst is not your proof that things are indeed going wrong. That angst is your proof that the way that you're seeing it is not the way your higher self is seeing it, and therefore you're feeling that emotional rumble within yourself, Scorpio. And it could be hard to understand that, or maybe even believe that, but you're feeling that way because everything is working out for you. There is a divine time and a divine order for the life cycle, and you'll see that over time. Now, what's really interesting to me here is you have the Page of Wands and the Strength card, which is a very strong, powerful, empowered energy. This is inspiration. This is like ready to take action. So in a way, again, this lower level emotion, this angst energy that I feel is actually in a weird way, inspiring your next chapter or motivating you. And it's meant to be a motivator, okay? When you're ready, of course. But I feel like there's really nothing that you cannot withstand, Scorpio. You're one of the strongest, in my opinion, one of the strongest zodiac signs. The fixed signs tend to be more resilient when it comes to big life changes. And Scorpio, you're one of them. The other fixed signs are Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. But I feel like you got this. So let's see what else. You have the Hangman in the reverse, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Cups. So Scorpio, I feel like there's a little bit of edginess here. I actually like the Hangman in the reverse because in the upright, he's hanging upside down, right? He looks a little bit uncomfortable. And it's also talking about perception and divine timing. And then in the reverse, he is now in the upright position, seeing something clearly, gaining that new perspective. So I feel like you're in this space where you are gaining that clarity and that new perspective. And then, you know, at the same time, I feel a sense of guardedness because of your past, a sense of defensiveness. And this also could be somebody from your past, by the way, that is showing up in this way. But again, take it as it resonates. So I don't usually get like super specific, but I will say this. For those of you with children, there is like clarity coming in that it's like wanting to protect your children from what you experienced in childhood or from life, or I don't know. It's a protective nature showing up. Okay, for the rest of you, this is more so about kind of protecting that innocence within yourself. Preserving. That's what I heard. Preserving the innocence. Let's see what else. King of Cups. You. The Tower. That's Scorpio energy as well. What's that about? The Emperor. Ten of Swords. Wow, Scorpio, this is intense. No wonder I felt called to do this reading. There's definitely some emotional stuff going on here. Now, this is you as the King of Cups, whether you're male or female, because it's a general reading. The Tower is Scorpion energy. So whatever change or transformation is going on, right? I feel like you have the ability to let it either decimate you or empower you, and maybe a little bit of both. And so I want to go back to what I was saying about transmutation of energy, right? Because you can transmute any negative into a positive with the power of your thoughts, Scorpio. And just remember that you have that superpower. And that's your choice. But I do feel like there's a big change coming through, or emotional instability, if nothing else. This angst energy I was feeling. And at the same time, I feel like you're stronger than you were before. They're giving me a Britney Spears song. Stronger than yesterday. I think that's Britney Spears. I don't know. My goodness, this is intense. Let me get one more clarifier on this. Now, again, this, for most of you, this is your energy because this reading is directed solely towards you, at least this portion. But there are some of you where this is a person you're dealing with. You could be trying, if it's somebody you're dealing with, then I feel like you kind of being like the shoulder of support, trying to be strong, but you have somebody here that's gone through a loss or rejection, one of the two, and they are in total defense mode, emotionally unstable, trying to maintain control, but they're not in control. They're not in control at all. They are, they're giving me Teddy Swims now. I lose control. You guys know that song? It's all over the radio. I lose control. Yeah. So take it as this is resonating with you. I want to get one more here before we move to the love reading, the Three of Swords. Yeah. This is heartbreaking. Right. But there is a karmic completion here. There is divine timing here with the World card. I'm hearing it will all flush out in the end. It will all make sense in the end or whatever. Or at a later point in time. Guys, and I also want to caveat this. Never get like freaked out by a tarot reading. Most of my readings are not predictive. Either you know what this is about or you don't. And if you don't worry about it. It's just not your reading. For those of you who know, you know it's resonating with you, okay? And also, I feel like there's positivity around you. There's nothing you can't handle coming through. There's a growth cycle here, definitely. And so I want to encourage you to, again, transmute whatever you have going on and try to see it through the lens of positivity, growth, motivation. Okay. Very moody energy here, though. I feel like there's a lot of mood regulation needed. There's a lot of self-soothing type of vibe showing up or needed. But you got this, Scorpio. You got this. Let's see what the guidance is. Card number 54. I must focus on wanted to manifest wanted. We would never go so far as to say that the behavior of others is responsible for the way you feel, because you have the power to focus and therefore attract despite the behavior of others in your environment. If every time you see something unwanted, you realize that in that same moment, your awareness of something wanted is keener, and you quickly turn your attention to the direction of the newly emphasized wanted, everything in your experience will improve. Ooh, sound advice, Scorpio. Maybe listen to that advice more than once so that it sinks in. But you have the power to, they want to empower you to understand that you can improve your circumstance, your life, the outcomes by improving the way that you focus and the way that you perceive things by transmuting the energy. That's a mouthful, right? All right, let's go to the love reading then and see what else you have coming through. Sit right there. I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back. All right, now we're going to get into the you versus them love reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with, Scorpio. Woo, my goodness. Keep in mind that it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This could resonate with an intimate partner or an ex, but it could also be a family member, a friend, a coworker, you name it. Keep an open mind. So let's get into it and see. You have the card of comparison. Ooh, there's two. And then your person has the card of control, and in the middle fell out the Lovers. So this could be a very strong twin flamey soulmate connection here, and or just somebody that is close to you. Okay. So here we go, Scorpio. This is encouraging you to not go into the comparison game, to not compare your financial situation, your love life, your relationship to any other relationship out there, any other life situation out there. And I believe that also came up in the live reading I did for all the zodiac signs, but particularly your reading a few days ago. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. It's listed under live videos. And your person has the card of control. So pretty simplistic meaning. They want to be in control. They like to be in control. They're trying to control something, you, a situation. I'm not very sure. We'll see. Let's get into it. So I'm going to look at the recent past and what led up to the now. How you're perceiving each other, how you feel underneath it all, and most likely outcomes. So recent past for my Scorpios. You have the Ace of Pentacles here, the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. The Queen of Swords flew out. I'll take note of it, but I'm not going to keep it out on the table. So some of you could be dealing with an air sign or have that in your chart. But Scorpio, yes, there's that overwhelmment feeling again coming through. So it's a very bizarre energy. This could be coming from you or the person that you are connecting with, or maybe there's just something very overwhelming about this connection or this person. I actually feel like in the recent past, you know, it's been more so about focusing on building yourself up and, you know, getting your ducks in a row, focusing on your life and what you have going on. You know, there is like this emotional energy showing up, but more so in a positive way about prioritizing feeling good and not allowing yourself to get too caught up in past events or things that you no longer have control over or don't have control over in general. It's almost like you figured out, or you're figuring out through this experience, that the less you try to control any others or, you know, anything that's out of your control, the less you try to exude control over those things, the better you feel. Like the more you can let go and let live, the more you can let others just do and be what they're gonna do and be and focus on you, the easier everything feels. And just getting into that sweet spot so that you don't overwhelm yourself with too many things that you really don't have control over and never had control over. So let's see this person's recent past. They have the card of Justice. No. The Chariot, recent past, and the Knight of Pentacles. This person's been trying really hard to stay focused, to stay in control, to stay balanced, to take it one day at a time so that, you know, things move forward. I feel like this person has been more about moving forward as opposed to focusing on the past. And in a way that has helped them to kind of maintain their stability or balance. So let's see how you both are perceiving each other then in the now. How does Scorpio see this person? It does feel so much emotion in this reading. It's almost too much. How does Scorpio see this person? In and out. There's a sense of restriction around the connection. Back and forth. Angsty. I feel a lot of angst around this. It is almost palpable. Like it's almost like hard for me to do this reading. And again, I want to reiterate this. Do not make these readings resonate if they don't. Like either it makes sense to you or it doesn't. For those of you that this is for, I feel a great deal of combustion, almost angst. It all feels right here, you know, like when you feel like you got like a frog in your throat, or like there's tension or pressure here. So that occurs when there's a lot of intense emotion that really isn't being expressed or processed. Scorpio. So need to process that. Okay, so let's see how this person sees you. Left out, 4 of Pentacles. The Wheel. Queen of Swords. Closed off to yourself. Difficult to read. There's a sense of worry here. Like when this person thinks about the connection, it either stresses them out or worries them. They're also wondering about like timing. Doc, no, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. He wants in. He's whining at the door. I heard off to yourself, off to yourself. This person is having a difficult time either opening up to you or getting you to open up to them. And I get difficult to read. So difficult for them to read the situation or read you, Scorpio, maybe, especially if you've been off to yourself or distant, or this person's a distant or at a distance. So let's see what's going on emotionally then. How does Scorpio feel underneath it all? There's the Wheel. So the Wheel talks about karma. It talks about timing. Talks about divinity. The 10 of Cups. The World. And the 5 of Cups. There's something about timing here, or not the right timing for some of you. Oh, gosh. For some of you, it's like a feeling of like your whole world falling apart. Okay, it's not, obviously. You're still here, and Spirit is still supporting you and loving you. Just a reminder. But it could feel that way. Maybe it has felt that way. And it may or may not at all be related to the connection. Take it as it resonates. But there's that sense of like, it's so emotional. Like, what the heck? There's so much here to be grateful for. There are so many blessings coming in for you. There's a transformation and a transmutation here, but there's also the sense of down and out, not really feeling it, you know, not really feeling as good as you could feel. It's very emotional. Wow, intense. How does this person feel underneath it all? Let's see another one flip. The 9 of Cups. Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. Ooh, 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 ooh. I need relief. I need relief. Yeah, 5 of Wands and the Death and Rebirth card. Somebody is in desperate need of relief, you know. And I'm not talking about like in the physical action sense. I'm talking about emotional relief. Like the one of the good things about that angsty buildup of emotion is that you can only hold on to it for so long before you buckle and have to surrender, and then you get a sense of relief that follows. And that sense of relief is a positive thing. It's a state of allowing. So there is a sense of relief coming in. I heard a sigh of relief coming through the situation, through the connection. And it's after a buildup of a whole lot of tension. So I feel like, You know, there is this angsty or tension feeling, and it is around your energy, the Scorpio energy, and it's showing up in their heart space too. But I feel like, you see, they want this though. They want to manifest the sense of relief of like knowing that all's going to be all right. All's all right. You know, all is working out for you. All is working out for them. All is always working out, whether you are able to realize or perceive that is a different story though, right? Because you're the one telling the narrative of how you choose to see life. We think we don't have a choice, but you have all of the choices, right? So it's like, you know, this person is they're choosing to feel that state of release or relief, because there's this buildup of tension that I feel is overwhelming. Overpowering is the word. And they're learning though. Now here's the thing. They are learning that the key to their success is to let what will be. To relinquish the need to control. Or that's what they're needing to learn. And if you remember, their overall energy was the card of control. So let's go into the most likely future outcomes, which of course can be changed with free will. King of Pentacles, showing up pretty strong and practical here, Scorpio. Judgment. There you are, your card. So it's your call. It's your call. I feel like you are being called through your emotions. Through that angst, I feel you're being called to an action. It's pushing you to act upon it, or to change something, or to do something about it, Scorpio. The advice is to, at best, learn self-soothing techniques. If you don't, if you do, use those techniques to self-soothe yourself. But also to let this be a powerful motivator for you. And I actually feel like you are doing that, because here you are showing up very strong, very stable, and it's your turn. You need to make some decisions here. A lot of you are going to make the decision to release or be vulnerable, or to, I heard release the resistance. And that could mean a lot of things. It could mean you're going to express something, you're going to express a feeling, you're going to express yourself in some way that allows the release, or that you're going to take some sort of action, or do some sort of change that allows for that relief. Some of you, it's just as simple as like soothing yourself, right? But each of you will know, right? You have to feel this out for yourself. But there is a big transformation changing here that is allowing some sort of relief or release to come in. And this is moving you in the right direction. Now, where is this person headed, Scorpio? They have the Tower as well. Big changes, big transformations. So I feel like, you know, this person is trying to be patient and kind of plug away at what they do have control over. There is a sense of uncertainty here as to like how something is going to play out, but there's a big change coming through that's going to help this person decide what their next step is for their own future here, Scorpio. So there is going to be a shift in this situation, more than likely in April. But again, my readings are timeless, so it just depends on kind of like when you're watching this. But be prepared for that, Scorpio. And I feel it to be a positive shift. So let's see what the guidance cards have to say about this. I intend to see the best in everyone. This is card number 48. You can never consistently motivate anybody to anything, but when you see the best of them and you go over to where your version of the best of them is, and you align with that and offer one signal, now you are part of the inspiration you see. Have you ever had that experience yourself when someone sees you and loves you and expects the best of you? Do you not shine in ways you've never shined before? And do you also not find it really hard to shine when another does not look for the best in you? Wow. So this is encouraging you, Scorpio, to look for the good in everyone and tend to see the best in everyone. Beautiful. Wow. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Scorpio energy here. Lots of Scorpio energy. I also have Pisces and Cancerian energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, most notably Gemini though. Well, there's Libra again, Sagittarius, and I had Leo in the first spread. So those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future readings. I read for every zodiac sign once a month, every month, in no specific order. But to make sure that you don't miss your next reading, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Otherwise, I am wishing you guys the very, very best. Also, check me out on Facebook and Instagram, by the way. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.